Welcome to the Tales of McFlare.
Hello, welcome to Tunnels and Trolls. This is an 8th edition, also known as the deluxe edition. And we will be following McFlare on his adventures.
Hello. Thank you to the people at Tabletop Audio for letting us use their sounds.
Hello, welcome back to Tales of McFlare. Previously on Tales of McFlare, McFlare had an encounter with a ship. They've exchanged fire, shot back and forth, and ended up boarding each other. While on board, several members were hit and wounded, some almost killed, some killed. And in a fit of rage, McFlare goes in for a fury of blows and rampages on this one guy, ending the ship battle. And that's where we start our next session. You just you really can't do anything at the moment. You're just kind of just breathing heavily. And then what do you want to do? He lets go of you. Set up. You know that the captain's bleeding to death, as well as there's Ruby is downstairs. And you can see there's a few people being tended to on the ship. What would you like to do?
Try to save the captain.
Save the captain so you can run over there?
Yes.
More of walking, but you're trying to get over there. At this point, you can see Claw is desperately bandaging, pulling stuff out if he can. And, yeah, he just says, no, there's nothing we can do. He lost too much. You see a giant pool of blood over there. It's like, nope, he's dead.
Transplant?
Oh, he's been gone too long. You see the sorrow, and then everyone just kind of, the Rose comes back up to the ship, and there's two of the guys just sit there. Ruby, I'm gonna get those two confused a lot. Rose is over there just running back and forth, just doesn't know what to do. She's like, what's going on? Just kind of going over to you and just kind of hugging your leg, like, what's going on?
At it with my bloody hands. Don't worry, child.
She's scared because you see this blood on your hands. Like, oh, she's never really seen combat before. Oh, not really.
Fuck, this is a horrible idea then.
She's seen limited combat, like one person attacking the other, but she's never seen like full out ship, people being gutted and shot, sort of thing.
Or someone beat to death.
That is definitely a shocker for her. She just she doesn't really know what to do.
I scarred a child.
Yes,
I fucking did something today. Are you proud of me?
You scarred a child.
You proud of me, Bob?
You scarred a child. Okay, so they managed to patch up the hull of the ship. You could see that the ship is no longer sinking. And currently, the first mate actually takes command as the next leading officer on the ship.
And who's the first mate? Oh, Hunter.
Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
Hunter takes charge, and he's kind of pointing back and forth. And Hunter is everyone's deeply wounded. Everyone's hurt. You're the only one that's kind of unscathed. And Rose as well. That was in the combat. Rose just really kind of didn't really get in, fight anyone. She kind of just distracted people. So now the ship is taken control of. Actually, Dirk is actually dead on the floor because no one helped him. He bled out by the time the melee stopped.
I take over.
Griffin. Griffin manages to stay alive. He's just breathing heavily. He's actually unconscious. Actually.
Oh, fucking two people. Was dying. Fuck.
Griffin, Dirk. Okay, then, yep. Sin just comes over you and he says, you did the best you can. After you see, you kind of look at Dirk in like sadness. And then you see, and then Ruby comes over and ties up the two other guys. It kind of ties them to the mast of the ship. And he kind of goes over to Hunter and says, what would you like to do? You're the next leading officer. And Hunter's like, not really sure. He just kind of like, he's saying, well, what did the ship have? Ruby goes down there with them, and you find on the ship, he kind of takes you with him, because he doesn't know what's down there. He might need hands. And you're one of the only able-bodied people on the ship. He kind of brings you down to the hold where there's no one there. You see a few provisions and stuff, and there's sugar down there too. All sorts of stuff I'm looking for. Okay. And he brings you down there, and he says, well, I saw you did a really good job out there. He kind of talks to you a little bit. And just kind of talking to you. He's like, well, you did all the best you could. Just really proud of you for taking out the captain. That was ballsy, he says. He doesn't really know how to react to that. And it's like, well, he kind of looks at you. You're just still covered in blood. You can't really wash it off. It's kind of drying on you now. And he says, well,
That berserker part, that's...
I see you have great leadership, able to, you saved Griffin, as well as killed the enemy captain, so, you showed great leadership in this fight. That's quite something that's very rare. I would, he doesn't really know what to say. He's like, I'm thinking about giving you this ship. What would you say to be a captain of this ship? Of course it'd be, you have to fix it.
Fucking broken ship we
Yeah.
just kicked ass at.
He's offering you that ship. He says, I know Rose wouldn't really, doesn't really want to be a captain, as well as the others. Ruby, yeah.
Fucking nailing me on this.
Yes. Ruby doesn't really want to be a captain. I'm of course going to have to be the captain of the new ship. And our crew is kind of spread thin. I wondered if you would like to have this ship. You can become your own captain if you would like. Of course, you would have to sail under our flag for a while. Of course, sail under our flag for a while, meaning that you would be like in a fleet with him.
I'd work with him.
Yeah, you worked with him. You'd be in a fleet, but on your own different ship. He's offering you this. Otherwise, we would just sink the ship. You could take these 2 crew members that we took hostage as your crew, throw them overboard, throw them in the hull, do something with them. I can offer you 1 man, probably.
Look at him and I said, let's just burn it.
Just burn it? He says, okay, so let's take all the stuff inside of it.
Actually, let me... and I literally just...
We really weren't going to burn it. We really don't have the ability to burn a ship. We could blow it up with cannonballs, which we were going to plan to sink it. In cargo hold, he kind of just goes upstairs and yells for every able-bodied man to come down. Pretty much Dirk is the only one that comes down. No, not Dirk. Sin. Dirk died. Sin comes down, and you find 20 one-day provisions, which 8 cannons, which you can loot from the ship, but you didn't lose any cannons, so you can't carry them. 500 gold.
Fucking take. I want.
Nope, you can't take it as your person. He pretty much this is going to be the crew's reward. And then he also finds 400 units of sugar.
All right, let's take the sugar.
Sorry, not 440.
Let's take it.
All right, so you kind of haul everything back to your ship. He actually says, well, if you after you and him are down there in the hold, and you see Dirk every once in a while come in with a box of sugar, pretty much. Okay. And Rose is kind of carrying like bags of stuff, like the provisions bags, just carrying them down there. And he kind of comes up to you and says, well, if you don't want that ship, how about I make you my first mate? Because you're the one that seems most deserving of such. Okay. He pats you on the back. Well, welcome aboard, first mate. And then he just kind of walks up the stairs and kind of makes sure, and he says, well, I'm the new captain, so I'm going to give you your first order. Get everything on board.
Go up to the other ship and start...
With the powder?
Yep.
Most of it's wet.
It'll still fucking light.
No, well, wet powder does not light very well.
Fine. I borrow some of our powder.
You go into the powder room, and the captain's like, no, that's expensive stuff. We ain't going to spare that. You can either leave it, or we'll blow it to smithereens with the cannons. We can't risk that. We have to get a distance away from the ship. I don't want the ship getting hurt.
Alright. Let's load up with cannons.
Alright. So you go over. You pretty much everyone's on the boat now. You have Dirk and the captain, the dead ones, and they kind of like bandage them up, and they're sitting pretty much in like the storage rooms.
Wait, the dead captain?
Yeah, the dead captain.
Our dead captain?
Yeah.
Oh god.
You're pretty much leaving the dead people on the ship, unless you want to take the dead people, the enemy dead people.
No. They can fucking sink to Davy Jones's
So
locker.
you go away. Do you want to open fire on the ship?
Yep.
All right. So you tell Ruby to open fire on the ship. Fire at the crucial parts. So pretty much they're just firing one cannon at a time. Firing.
God, that's satisfying.
And then all of a sudden you see the ship start sinking, and then you just kind of wait for it to sink. Then you just see it. Then you just see the mast is the only thing that's still left. It's like, well, you successfully sunk that ship.
Cool.
You're the first mate. So,
Can I jump in the water to fucking rinse off all the blood?
would you like to?
Yes.
All right. So pretty much what you do is you grab a rope and you kind of just like hoist yourself down. You just douse yourself. Come back up.
Yep.
All right. So you're soaked but clean of blood.
Yay.
So as being the first mate, you the captain brings you to the court. It's like, okay, so you're my second-hand man. You pretty much run the ship. I just steer it.
Okay.
You pretty much like my man that does everything. You control the crew. So what you should know is that you will get a pay raise as for your share. The first mate, you're also responsible for. I'll explain it later, but he's basically going to tell the men that we have the captain is dead, and Dirk is dead, and Griffin is unconscious but stable. You need to let them know this, and then you must split up the wealth. Alright, and that's where we will end our session. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. This was a pretty intense episode, wouldn't you say?
Fucking amazing.
Yeah?
I mean, I went berserk and fucking wailed on some old dude.
Yeah.
Just bloodied its skull in, which I don't think I could physically do. I don't know, Matthew, you want to test it?
No. We'll just leave that. Yeah.
Like
So
Matthew said, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, thumbs up. Follow us on Twitter. The link for the Twitter will be in the description.
it's
below,
also at Adventure Roll if you forget.
'cause- Yep,
If
add
you
the
have
visual.
actually for characters, if you have anything you want to add, like just you could personal message us on Twitter as well as on email. We're at adventurerollD6@gmail.com is currently our email. You might change that later on, but that's currently it. So if you have any questions or you'd like to have character, please let us know at that email or Twitter, tweet us. Let us know.
And if you guys want to draw some of the characters, go ahead and go to it.
We'll
and
probably
just-
feature that in the videos.
We actually probably will. So give us a tweet. Basically, I will be the one handling the social media.
Yep.
And he's going to be the guy doing the editing and emails. Because the only thing I really can bring is tweeting.
Yep. So I have been Matthew, your DM.
And I have been Delwolf or McFlare.
Have a great rest of your day.
Yep. See ya.